Hello everyone and welcome to the first HornZ Horror Hour, where I have a tournament filled with a bunch of horror films to see which out of all of these are truly the best. For the first round of this awesome tournament, we have Possibly in Michigan versus Child's Play. It's pretty simple. This isn't something where we dive deep into the film's complexities or anything like that. It's not a deep analysis. I'm just gonna say what I did or didn't like about each film and then decide which deserves to move on to the tournament and eventually win. It's as simple as that. Also remember that this is my opinion. If your favorite classic horror film or whatever turns out to be the worst thing that I've personally watched, it's just my opinion. But with that out of the way, let's begin.
Well, she put her poodle one time in a microwave oven.
Okay, so here was our first horror film that I had to watch. A short film from 1983 called Possibly in Michigan. And honestly, I really liked it. It's about a man who is a cannibal and stalks a woman in the mall. He also wears these weird masks for the entirety of the film, which honestly, it's more odd and unsettling than unscary. It's actually a pretty good way to describe the whole thing because I don't think it's scary or anything. Most of it was just very weird with a few unsettling parts or moments that made me feel a little uneasy because I didn't know what was about to happen next. Apparently, according to some of the comments and from Nico, he's the one who recommended this to me, elements of this story are based on true events, which
a man who is a cannibal and stalks a woman in the mall.
Yeah. There's also a lot of deep stuff and hidden messages, like complexities as some people call it in this film, but in all honesty, I didn't care to try and find them or dissect them because I liked the songs too much. This is supposed to be a spooky horror film kind of thing, but I was just like dancing for pretty much the whole thing. Like I was just grooving in my chair while watching this. There's a really catchy song that plays throughout the film called Animal Cannibal.
Yo, yo, yo! Ah!
I bite at the hand that feeds me, slap at the face that eats me, some kind of animal cannibal. Animal cannibal. How do I meet the strangest men? They always seem to find me. Remember that time way back when I kissed a guy who ate his women friends?
Yeah, it has a very weird name and to some disturbing lyrics, but it's a bop. Everything about this was so weird but also kind of fun. I liked the odd cinematography and the edits that were added to this. The weird music and like the grainy VHS look, the acting. Everything is just... There's so many wacky and unsettling things that made this 12-minute short film a super enjoyable experience, and one that honestly made me laugh more than feel frightened. I'm glad that this film was on the list. I'd have to give it honestly a solid 7 out of 10 without looking at all the deep stuff, of course, because, let me remind you, it's not in-depth reviews or analysis, just watching it, say what I liked and all of that. One movie wins, the other loses, but yeah, I really liked this. Oh, I forgot to mention that everybody spoke super weirdly in this film. It felt like they were about to like start singing, but couldn't. I don't know, it was just super weird. Like the part where they talk about the aunt who put her like wiener dog in the microwave. It's just weird, like they were all talking like this. It was weird, but it was funny.
Well, John, it's been fun, but I gotta go. I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Oh, wow! That is relatable!
What did he say?
Okay, so I'm about 5 minutes into the film right now, and so far, all I have to say is yikes. This sucks, because I really wanted to enjoy it. I obviously already know about Chucky and all that, and that it's about a guy who either gets a doll to finish his work, or it's his soul put into a doll, or something like that. And though to me it sounded kind of goofy, it also sounded like it could be good. I'm liking this little chase scene at the start with the bits of foreshadowing that these dolls are important, but when this dude, I always forget his name, when he was dying, I expected something like, because of how angry he was, it would have been his rage that, I don't know, brought him back to haunt those that he wanted to, get revenge on. But when he started pulling out this Harry Potter, this and then the funny looking 1980s lightning blows up an entire toy store, I'll be honest, my smile turned into a face of disappointment, faster than Barry Allen.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, your dick is now a needle.
I love the part where the kid makes the bowl of cereal though. It makes me chuckle because he also puts a full scoop of ice cream on a toast. That part made me chuckle a bit.
A few moments later.
3 weeks later, many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Alright, so I just finished Child's Play, and I mean, it was alright. It was better than what I expected, which is good. There were a few small things that I wasn't a big fan of, like some of the acting or the way a scene is played out, especially Maggie's death, because first of all, she was the best character, and there was no way that she was hit in the face so hard by a toy hammer that it literally launched her out of the window. But all of these little nitpicks were things that I expected to happen, since it's a decently old film, I guess, and similar to possibly in Michigan, it felt more like a comedy than a horror movie at parts though. Chucky's dialogue, for one, is absolutely hilarious, which is weird because there's moments where I'm enjoying Chucky, and then I remember that he's a psychotic murderer doll.
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
I felt really bad for Andy though, that poor child. My favorite part has to be the scene where near the end they throw Chucky in the fire, because everything seems normal but then he comes back all broken and melted. It just looks so cool, especially when he starts crawling towards them after being shot multiple times. Honestly, it gave me Five Nights at Freddy's vibes. Or is it the other way around because Child's Play came out before that? Anyway, it gave me the creepy doll animatronic vibe that it just always looks cool to me. But since I don't really want to go in depth, if you want to know all the things that I thought weren't that great about this movie, honestly, just go watch CinemaSin's video called Everything Wrong with Child's Play, because I kind of agree with most of the things mentioned there. Overall though, like I said, it's not a bad film. I probably wouldn't watch it again unless I, for some reason, did a Chucky movie binge, which I probably won't because the other ones look terrible. But it's a solid, like, a high 6 out of 10. Very similar score to possibly in Michigan, but sadly, I think Child's Play is going to stay where it is on the tournament bracket, making the 1983 short film, possibly in Michigan, the winner of this first HornZ Horror Hour round. Possibly in Michigan takes the win here because of its weird and eerie vibe. Creepy and able to convey an odd yet interesting and sometimes funny story within not even 20 minutes. Whereas Child's Play has a really cool idea, but was executed in a way where it had too many little details that I just personally didn't like or were super goofy to me. But that's about it for the first round. The next ones we're going to be looking at are Scream and Jason X, which, hilariously enough, were both of Nico's choices that the randomizer both picked. It's just, is bonkers. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the first round of the HornZ Horror Hour. If you want to see more content from me, and well, the next round, don't forget to hit all those essentially supporting buttons because it really helps out the channel, and we are closer to 3,000 subscribers than I was going to think of an analogy, but I can't think of one. Don't forget to check out my other links like the Fiverr, the Instagram, the podcast, you know it, everything else. That's about it though. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.